In today's video, I'm going to be exposing some of the biggest lies that are said about LeBron's career. And the first one I want to start off with is the idea that LeBron started the super team. This might be one of the most embarrassing things people say about LeBron. No reasonable person could honestly believe that LeBron started the super team. It's ridiculous how we criticize LeBron for playing with talented teammates, yet give a free pass to Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. The only reason LeBron had to make the decision to join Miami was because he never had the luxury of playing alongside a Kareem or Shaq from day one. Instead, he had to carry a poorly managed Cavs team that wasted their number 10 pick on Luke Jackson when they could have drafted the likes of Josh Smith or even J.R. Smith, who could have been playing alongside LeBron a decade earlier. On top of that, LeBron only formed a super team to compete against another super team, the Celtics big three of Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen. And I know what some people will say. That Celtics big three was put together naturally by the front office, so it's not the same as LeBron calling up D-Wade and Chris Bosh to join him in Miami. But that's just wrong. LeBron wasn't the first player to help form a super team outside of the GM's plans, because that Celtics team wasn't put together naturally. In fact, Kevin Garnett has admitted that before he settled on the Celtics, he was calling Kobe to see if he could join the Lakers to create a super team.
And I'm just being honest with everybody. I wanted to link with Kobe. Well, I tried to link with him, and I couldn't get him on the line.
You heard it from Kevin Garnett himself, so don't single out LeBron for this super team stuff. Also, it's not as bad as people say, because it's like, it's okay when Magic and Bird have one because they were drafted to one, or just the front office was good. Like, how does that make sense? So basically what you're telling me is that if you don't luck out and get generational pieces around you from the team that drafted you, your career is ruined and you just have to continue to lose with an incompetent front office.
Boring.
That makes zero sense, and even players in the 90s didn't want to do that. We would have had more player movement if they weren't on such long contracts. And let me just bring up Charles Barkley, for example. Everyone knows him, and he's one of the loudest critics of today's super teams. But here's the thing, he tried to form one himself. He joined forces with Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon in Houston, and he's even gone on record saying it would have been a dream to play with Michael Jordan on the Bulls. Think about that. Barkley literally wanted to join MJ's Bulls. Would that not have been the ultimate super team? Yet somehow, because the Bulls didn't want him, he gets a pass? Now he feels entitled to criticize players who actually did what he wanted to do? Make it make sense. If you're gonna bash players for joining super teams, at least be someone who didn't try to do it yourself. These 90s stars were already pushing for player empowerment, shorter contracts, and control over their careers. Now that today's players are actually using that power, the same guys want to hate on them? No, you don't get to rewrite history just because it didn't work out for you.
And my retort to that would be 6 NBA Finals losses.
So they only. Hold on.
There's 6 final losses. 6 finals losses.
Let me ask you a question.
6.
This brings me to the second lie I want to address, and it's that LeBron's 4-6 final record is a knock on his legacy. Frankly, that just isn't true. The only reason someone would downplay LeBron's 4-6 finals record is if there's somebody who spends every single moment of their lives defending Michael Jordan.
You got me.
How is reaching 8 straight NBA Finals with 2 different teams, 4 in a row with the Heat and 4 with the Cavs, a bad thing? It's not. That's a problem with the GOAT debate. People start minimizing accomplishments that don't need to be minimized just to boost their favorite player's case. There's a big difference between thoughtfully analyzing achievements and outright ignoring or dismissing them. It's gotten so twisted that some act like losing in the first round or missing the playoffs altogether is better than making it all the way to the finals but losing. That's just backwards logic. You can respect both MJ's 2 three-peats and LeBron's 8 consecutive finals appearances and still debate which one was more dominant.
Why they say the bubble championship don't count?
Who said that?
A lot of people try to say that the bubble championship was a bubble ring, like it wasn't real. They got an asterisk by it. Said it's a Mickey Mouse ring.
So let me ask you another question. Do those games count?
The games count.
Exactly. So the championship counts.
Yeah,
So
that's
how
what
do you-
I'm saying. But they've been trying to say that it didn't count because some teams wasn't really trying to win. All the teams wasn't there. It was the COVID year, so it was no fans. Like, they try to come up with so many variables to say that this shouldn't be.
I'm with Dwight on this one, so I gotta address the lie that the 2020 championship was a Mickey Mouse ring. That has never been the case, no matter what some loud, chronically online old head says. Let's be real, if LeBron had lost to the Heat in the bubble, everybody would be saying, "Ha, LeBron is 3-7, but since he won, suddenly the ring doesn't count?" That's just unfair. Yes, the circumstances were unique, but everybody played under the same conditions. In fact, the Lakers were arguably disadvantaged because they were the number 1 seed but had no home court advantage in the bubble. That benefit was taken away, yet they still pushed through and dominated. And honestly, if COVID never hit, I fully believe the Lakers would have won the title anyway.
It's not true. That's impossible.
They were the best team in the league before the shutdown, and let's not forget, if the bubble didn't happen, the league might have just awarded the championship to the team with the best record, which would have been the Lakers. If that happened, some of y'all would have lost it completely. Don't even try to act like y'all wouldn't be crashing out, because I know y'all would be. Just be thankful that the bubble gave us a chance to see playoff basketball in a time where it seemed impossible. LeBron clearly has 4 championships. If you're out here trying to say he only has 3, I literally cannot take you seriously. Finally, the last lie that I'm going to address is that GOATs don't crown themselves. People love to say that phrase, using that as a knock against LeBron because he openly has called himself the GOAT, while Jordan typically never did. But let's actually take a second and listen to what Michael Jordan himself said.
You're never going to say who's the greatest of all time. To me, I think that's more for PR and more for selling stories and getting hype. I never played against Will Chamberlain. I never played against, Jerry West. To now say that, one's greater than the other is being a little bit, unfair. I won 6 championships. Bill Russell won 11. Does that make Bill Russell better than me and make me better than him? No, because we play at different eras. So when you try to equate who's the greatest of all time, it's an unfair parallel. It's an unfair choice.
So if we're taking Jordan's word as gospel, what does that mean? It means Jordan is not the GOAT. Let me repeat that again. Jordan is not the GOAT. LeBron also isn't the GOAT. Nobody is. MJ himself basically said the GOAT debate is pointless and unfair. He leaned more toward evaluating players within their eras, which honestly is probably more fair. But here's the catch. Do Jordan worshippers actually want to live by MJ's words? Absolutely not. They love to quote him only when it fits their agenda. Now, not all Jordan fans are Jordan worshippers. I'm just talking about the ones who can't even be unbiased enough to even rank LeBron second all time. Those guys, they don't want to end the GOAT debate. They want to keep recycling it so they can prop up Jordan and tear down LeBron over and over again. I mean, there are entire YouTube channels built on hating LeBron every single upload just to boost MJ's legacy. And honestly, I see way less of that going the other way. Take my channel for instance. I don't hate on Jordan. In fact, I've defended him in recent videos. But those creators who can only praise MJ and constantly bash LeBron, you know the type. They're not even listening to the guy they worship. And all the while, LeBron is living rent-free in their heads. And back to the whole GOATs don't crown themselves argument. Honestly, I don't agree with that either. I think it's okay for great players to be confident in their greatness. So what are we even talking about? If you want to keep having the GOAT conversation, fine. But let's stop lying on these players. But what do you think? Are there any other lies about LeBron that you want to see me cover? Tell me in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.